Hey everybody, it's Mitch. I wanted to take a quick moment to talk about my toolbox. Not really toolbox. I'll do a show and tell one day. I'm not quite finished doing everything. You've seen a bunch of it already, but I want to talk about my everyday carry type of things, is what you might call it. So things I use all the time, I actually bring out and add to the outside of my toolbox. The latest is this marker. It's basically whiteout, but it's in a pen form, so you can write on it, write on things with a white. The last one I did was my knife. And then I've got my marker and my pen with different tips. It's loaded with white because I've been doing a lot of dark woods like cherry and walnut. So that is there. And one of the things that I noticed about how I work is if I am constantly opening a drawer to get something out, it needs to be on the outside of the box. I did that with my tape measure. I did it with these pens. I was constantly coming in. The pens were the worst. My pens are down here. So this is kind of like a built-in desk thing. So this is all my pens and writing instruments and other things. So I went and put stuff in there, and then I was constantly pulling it out. And it was just a pain in the butt, so I'll put it here. So lately I have been doing a ton of addition to the house, to the workshop and things. And one of the things I keep coming to is driver bits. So I have 3 driver bits that I have been working with recently, all the time. So I have your standard Phillips, then I have a T15 Torx bit, and then I have a T25 Torx bit. So I almost always exclusively use decking screws, the ones with the coating. They're either brown or green most of the time, to put stuff in because they are self-driving and or self-drilling, and they're just easy to work with. So what I did is I have bits for those that I've used for years, as you can tell by how used they are. And so the problem with this is they're not magnetic. And I go into places where I need a magnetic bit. So what I did, went to Home Depot, bought a couple more magnetic extensions from Milwaukee, and then just found the appropriate bit that I need. This came with a set of screws already ready to go. This came with one of the many Milwaukee drill kits that I get. So these are just the small ones, which I can't pull out anymore because they're stuck in there. But they're only about 3/4 inch long. So anyway, last weekend what I did is I modeled up this little doohickey. So I can now put all 3 of my commonly used bits here. I can mount them on the outside of the cabinet, and then they're always accessible. I just walk by and pick it up. So let's go ahead and install that. So I was looking around trying to figure out where I wanted to put it, and I'm kind of running out of room on the vertical surface, but I have this space here. Unfortunately, the Milwaukee sign is kind of sort of in the way. And they only have their logo here in about 4 places. I don't think they will mind if I take it off. It'll be okay. Okay, so one of the things I learned, hang on 1 second, is it really helps to clean the area. This is just a Clorox wipe is all this is. Yeah. And then on the back, I have this extremely thick double stick tape. So I'm just gonna apply that. So I'll take the second layer off and I'm gonna put it right here. So the way that I did this, you see it stands off a bit from the end. That is theoretically the thickness of my finger is how I modeled that out. So let's put it on here and see if this works. Okay, that is in down there. I put my bits, and I'll let it sit there overnight and see if it falls off. The double stick tape is good. Sometimes it just does not stick, and I have no idea why. But most of the time, 99% of the time, it sticks, but every now and then it doesn't. So if I come to see it. So now, see, still have room for my drawer at the top, drawer at the bottom, so it fits perfectly in between the two, which is why I suppose this is why I picked this slot. And then again, I just pick this up and put them in there. And now, instead of opening the drawer, just grab it and go. The next thing I need to do, still working on this, is this has become my go-to driver. It's the Milwaukee, 2505-20. And I picked this up more than anything. I pick it up all the time. I literally have it stored over here. I've just been laying it here because I've been using it like every single day. I am going to mount this somewhere. I don't know where. I got a feeling I'm gonna mount it down here somehow in a holster so I can just pick it up. Ideally, it would be right over here, but I've got all my measuring stuff already there, so that won't work. That is a totally unused space down there. So I think I can model up some kind of holster and just have it where I can just stick it in there, grab it, and put it back when I'm done. And I mean, then I've also got the hook that comes, that's for hooking on your belt. I left that on there. If all else fails, I could just rig up something and just pluck it down like that. I'd rather not. I'd rather pick it up by the handle like this. So anyway, another project for a future date. So anyway, that's how I put my most used tools at my fingertips. This is not a giant secret for anybody. I'm sure everybody does it the same way. I just thought that I would do it because, again, this is the way I work. And again, as I do things and I notice patterns, repeatable patterns need to be corrected. So the more you do the same thing over and over, and you're like, you know, this could be a more efficient way to do this. Let's track this down. Let's build something, make something, whatever it might be. This is just yet another step in making yourself more efficient. So I just thought I'd share that tonight. I appreciate you watching. Talk to you later.